Um, this will be What If Deku, had no part 5, I believe? Yeah, I believe 5. So I got some really good treats for you guys today, and I hope you enjoy it. But first, I got to give a shout out to my my right hand man in this. His name is Zor What If again. Go subscribe to him. He doesn't make his own what ifs because he's a bit shy. But he's a really great guy. He's been helping me with this. So today I'll be doing, covering the USJ incident. All right. So where we left off, it was the class representation picking, but Aizawa didn't mention it yet. So he says, "All right, guys, I'm going to need you guys to pick a class representative for you guys." And he says, "I don't care who it is, just make it quick. We got things to do." So they decide that it should be somebody strong, it should be somebody, with the courage, the smarts, and everything. So they ultimately decide it should be Midoriya. And he doesn't have any, you know, any comebacks for this because, he is smart and he's courageous, manly, all that. So he ultimately accepts, and, we're done with that part. So it comes to Aizawa telling everybody about the USJ, and they start to load up the buses, and everybody's, talking amongst themselves, and Kirishima walks up to Deku and says, "Hey, what's your quirk, by the way? We see you with this amazing, strong quirk, but we don't know what it is." And that's when Deku looks at Kirishima in the face and says, "Oh, it's symbiosis, but the doctors refer to it as, a shapeshifting quirk. Because he went to go get, to make sure that Noah wasn't doing anything wrong with his body, and they said, 'Wow, you have like another organism in your body, and that's amazing. It's just another quirk.'" All right, so they get there and they meet Black Hole, the space hero, the one who's able to create black holes. Like, I feel like that's a pretty OP ability. But Deku's feeling, off. So he asks, can they start the interview, like, the very minute they're outside? So as they're walking through the door, Zero says, "Sure." Not interview, the thing. And Zero says, "Well, yeah, sure, I don't see why not." So they start, and, things progress. Midway through the door, while the door's still open, Deku gets a sense, and it's sort of weird, like there's multiple presences on their way. So that's when Deku turns to Ida, shouts, "Run!" As the Ida doesn't question Deku because he's the representative. So Ida runs out the door, and Deku screams, "Go get heroes!" And Aizawa was looking at Deku curiously. And, one thing leads to another. Shigaraki and Kataguri and all the other villains, they come through the warp gate. And that's when all the doors lock and everything, and, nothing, too serious happens. What am I saying? Serious. This is serious. So, Kataguri says, oops, sorry, that was the broom. Okay, Kataguri says that, one of the students escaped, and Shigaraki says, "But wait, where's All Might? Maybe he's going to go get All Might, I thought he was supposed to be here, but maybe, the kid's going to go get him, and that'll just work out for us." Kataguri's saying, "Yeah, you're right. Should have thought of that." So after that, you know, Deku, since it has the same sense that he just had, and he immediately jumps out the way as half of the kids are getting warped. And Kataguri's kind of thinking to himself, how did this kid know what I was about to do? So, Kataguri's taking an interest in Deku, but it's not like the same interest that Stain has taken an interest in him. It's like, I want to see what this kid's capable of, and how long can he last before I'm able to kill him. So with that, Aizawa says, everybody run, and Deku goes with the black hole and them, and he sees that Aizawa starts to fight, the villains, and Aizawa's, just winning in like the first 30 minutes of it. He's amazing at it. He's kicking villains using his scarf, canceling their quirks, all of it. But then Shigaraki starts scratching his neck, saying, "A boss, huh? Well, let's go. He looks at the Nomu and says, Nomu, go get him." And that's when it, happens. The Nomu grabs, Shigaraki touches, what am I saying? The Nomu grabs his, Aizawa's arm and twists it to the point where it's nearly hanging off. It's snapped. It's basically uncurable. That's when Deku gets the idea of healing it. He sees and he thinks to himself that Aizawa might be the only way of escaping this alive. So he summons No and tells No to go heal Aizawa, and he does immediately. After saying, "I don't get why we got to do this. This punk isn't even, able to match your strength." Deku says, "I know, just do it for me, please." So, as he's being healed, Noah notices this guy's quirk is a cancellation type quirk. So then he gets the idea of, leaving a seed. Now this is who you guys, I'm pretty sure, might think it is, but this is Anti-Venom. Alright. Now, this isn't the same Anti-Venom that, happens to hate Venom with all his might. It's just Anti-Venom because I thought of the cancellation part of his quirk, and then, the cancellation quirk, and then, another Venom, so it's Anti-Venom. Anyway, back to the story. Then Noel comes back to Deku and says, "Hey, did you know this guy had a cancellation type quirk?" Well, Deku says, "Yeah." And Noel says, "Well, lucky for you, you now are able to cancel the symbiosis state for other symbiotes." Deku gets intrigued. "What do you mean, other symbiotes? What are you talking about? Cancel it? There shouldn't be any other symbiotes, right?" Noel starts to whistle like he didn't do anything. Deku gets mad. He says, "No, you better tell me about this later, okay?" Noah says, "Fine, I will." So later on, after after the whole conversation between them two, All Might it comes. He says, "I will not let you hurt these children," and he starts to fight the Nomu. But Deku smells something in the air from All Might. The very minute he arrived, Deku started smelling blood. Not regular blood, but like old blood from a wound. Maybe All Might's wounded, he thinks. And then he tells No, "Listen, No, I need you to do what you did to Aizawa one more time. I need you to go do that to, All Might. I'm not sure what's wrong with him, but I think, if I'm right about this, I think All Might's wounded." you know, Noah does this, but Noah sees that his respiratory gland and all that is shattered and broken, so he fixes it. But during the fixing process, All Might, basically coughs up blood and faints from the pain. And just as this happened, Noah is done. He slides back to Deku, and Deku sees the Nomu getting ready to do the finishing blow. He hops up from his seat courageously, starts to go into hope state. He runs over right as the Nomu's fists are reaching All Might's face, and he stabs the Nomu straight through the chest. See, before any of that, Noah told Deku that the Nomu doesn't smell human. It smells like it was created. And Deku says, oh, okay. And, oh yeah, I forgot to say. Noah copied from All Might. He copied All for One. But this is a different type of, it's called adaptation. Basically what it does is if, Deku sees something and he knows how it works, he can adapt to his body. So you know how, we're just going to go DC for a minute, how Doomsday can't be killed twice. Doomsday can't be killed the same way twice. Doomsday can't be killed the same way twice. Deku can't be injured the same way twice. He'll adapt. His body will change. And, he does get the strength enhancement and all that. He gets all the enhancements from it. It also enhances his copy abilities, but I'll explain that later on in this series. Alright, so back to what I was... sorry. Back to what I was saying. So Deku stabs the Nomu straight through the stomach. The Nomu starts, regenerating around Deku. The Hope state, And Hope notices this, and then he starts to dig tendrils into the Nomu, and not tendrils, he starts manipulating the Nomu like a puppet, basically, as he spreads cells throughout it. And he finds that it has shock absorption, the ability to abstain heavy punches. And then he realizes this was created to deal with All Might. Who could have done something like this? He shrugs it off. He shrugs the idea off. And then he copies it. And then he also copies super regeneration. This right here will be applied directly to Deku. So if, Deku's hurt or anything, he'll be able to instantly heal himself and stuff like that. Alright, so this right here is when Deku, Hope picks up the healing Nomu and tears it in half. But then for some reason, his appetite starts kicking in. So then he just bites the head off. It doesn't taste how, normal people would taste to know. It just tastes rancid, expired. So Shigaraki's pissed. And Kataguri's astonished. This thing, whatever it was a better Nomu than the actual Nomu. He gets the idea of telling All for One about this, but he wouldn't dare tell him that a mere kid, killed his Nomu. So they leave, they retreat. All Might wakes up. He's still in his buff state too. He says, how is this possible? Deku pulls All Might aside and tells him what has happened. And All Might thanks Deku, tries to offer him one for all. And Deku says, no thank you, I'm good. Well, then All Might says, well, how about this? I give you an A on your final exam. Deku says, no, I wanna be fair. I wanna be a good hero. I don't wanna actually apply and try my hardest. All Might's astonished. This kid, he just offered him everything he could think of, but this kid just turned it down. So he says, thank you, young Midoriya. Now I'll be off. I have things to do. I have to go track down those villains. So as All Might jumps off and, he starts to fly and all that, I'm tired. I just had a pep rally today. Sorry, guys. He hears a voice in his head saying, hey, so who's our master? Well, who's my master? All Might says, I didn't think that. Who is this? That's when the voice says, I am healer. I'm not like all the other symbiotes. No, I just heal you. Okay? I rapidly regenerate cells throughout your body, and you're even able to regenerate limbs, stuff like that. He's amazed. And that's when Healer says, oh, wait a minute. I know. It was that kid, wasn't it? That's the creator. So, that's two symbiotes, guys. Anti-Venom and Healer. Alright. So after the, USJ attack, everyone goes to school the next day, and the teachers say, you have a week off due to the, but they explain the, sports festival beforehand. They says, and after the week off, you will have 2 weeks to train for the sports festival. You better bring your all, because this could lead to your career being, all that. So, oh yeah, Aizawa has talked to Anti-Venom, but those two are seen to clash right now. Because Aizawa is like questioning what the hell this thing is. And is it a parasite or some shit? And, you know how Venom is when he hears the word parasite. That's the same way Anti-Venom is. That's the one thing they have in common. Alright. So, during, the third day, during the, break, Deku hears a la 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 down the street as he's walking throughout the, shopping district. He hears a singing type of voice of a girl. Sounds like a girl. And, he's curious who has such a beautiful voice. So he follows it. He sees a girl with blonde hair in a schoolgirl outfit. He's intrigued. But then he gets that sense again. The same sense that he felt from the USJ. He immediately runs over to her and tackles her. That's when Kataguri warps through and says, it is you again, isn't it? Well, that's pretty amazing. That I'd, catch you when I'm trying to find a recruitment. And Kataguri says, I don't have time to deal with you right now. So I'll just leave. But you best believe that the next time I see you, I will kill you. And then he warps away. Deku stands up, and sees that the blonde girl has sharp-like teeth. She's cute, he thinks. But he stands up and, walks away. Oh boy. Okay. Great. Not the group. Alright. Sorry, guys. Sorry. So after that, I'd say... Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure you all know who it is anyway. Especially you, Zor. Okay? You know who it is. She looks at Deku and says, "Hi, I'm Toga." And this isn't the Toga after she met Stain. This is before. So she hasn't started her villain career. There's a reason why I'm doing this too. She says, you wouldn't happen to know a guy named Stain, would you? Deku immediately thinks, Stain? That guy? Oh, yeah. But he looks at Toga and asks, why? Toga says, well, he's my idol, of course. Why else would I look for him? I want to be just like him. You know, because she has heard about his killer deeds, but she's also heard about his new vigilante deeds. You know, stopping bad guys and stuff like that, even with a villain quirk. And she wants to, learn from him and stuff like that. So, about a week they find, about like 2 days they find Stain on top of a roof building after the two get to know each other. And Stain says, Deku, it's you, isn't it? I can sense your presence anywhere. You've been looking for me, haven't you? That's when Toga starts to do what Deku does to did in the original with All Might. She starts to freak out. Oh my God, you're staying. And, Stain asks, who is this? And Deku tells Stain and explains to him the situation. But Stain also says to Deku, well, I am thinking about forming a vigilante team. Some people with villain quirks like mine, but that might be able to do some good. You want to join, Deku? Deku says, no, I'm good. But maybe Toga here. Toga, looks at Stain and starts geeking out. Oh my God, yes, I would. I would love to, And that will be the end of this one. Instead of the, original boring storyline, I'm trying to do something different, mix it up a little bit. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. And I'll come back with a next video next time. Thank you guys, and I'll see you later.